We want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I hope you have a good time. I hope it's memorable. I hope you have a chance to think about what tonight means, not just for you and your family, but for everybody. What an incredible legacy. We're going to start with a Pledge of Allegiance in this great country we live in. I'm going to turn the time over to Wayne Anderson, former mayor and supporter of the Utah State Junior Livestock Show for more than 60 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's entirely proper if you're a military veteran to offer a hand salute. Please repeat with me the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
I think it's appropriate to thank Reams Grocery Store at this time. They donated the water and the Kleenexes. They left me a whole pack here because they know I'm going to need them. I assume throughout the night some of you may need them as well. There's a really cool video we're going to watch in a while that brings back a lot of memories, and it tugs at my heartstring a little bit. It is said that this is the longest standing livestock show west of the Mississippi. I did a ton of research in the last year and a half. I can't find anything to validate that, but I can't find anything to dispute that. Regardless, 100 years is 100 years. I don't know many things that last 100 years. I think of buildings, I think of our human bodies, vehicles, farm equipment. Many things do not last the test of time, and to have a junior livestock show last since 1924 is pretty remarkable. In 1930, which is close to 1924 when we started this show, I say we, I wasn't there, when they started this show, E.M. Tiffany wrote the first version of the FFA Creed. And I want to read the first section of it. It says, I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words but of deeds, achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturists, in the promise of better days through better ways. Even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years. What I want to do now is I've debated whether or not if you should raise your hand or if you should stand. I think it'd be more appropriate if we stood. If you can't stand, just raise your hand. But I want anybody that's been a part of a committee and been a struggle of former years as part of the Utah State Junior Livestock Show to stand so we can recognize you. Will you stand if you've been part of a committee over the last 100 years? Please stand. Nope, stay up. Don't sit down. If you can't stand, that's okay, you can sit. If you participated from 1990 to now, you can go ahead and sit. If you participated before 1990, please stay standing. On the committees, yeah. Not showed at the show, but if you participated on a committee before 1980, so if you between 1980 and 1990, go ahead and sit. Prior to 1970. Prior to 1960. Okay. Pretty remarkable to have two men in the room who served that long ago. And I imagine they showed at the show. And so to think about the legacy that's here in the room tonight with us is pretty amazing. So in 1924, the show began in a city park. They lined their animals up along a fence. I don't know, I can't find any numbers anywhere. One of the things we've talked about with this committee is we need a historian, and you need to document these things because they're important when you start to look back. I can't find the numbers, but it started kind of in a humble place in Spanish Fork. And I think, if I could guess, it was a bunch of egotistical men standing around saying, my bull's better than yours, or my buck is better than yours, or that's the best ewe lamb in the valley. And somehow, those conversations led us to today, where we think we're going to welcome approximately 450 youth exhibitors, exhibiting almost 750 animals in 4 different species. Unlike being at a park, we'll be inside a really nice indoor arena using a state-of-the-art show ring that was purchased in the last few years. And so to think about how it's changed over the years is pretty remarkable. But one thing has not changed, and Spanish Fork City has been home of the Utah State Junior Livestock Show for 100 years. We showed at the Utah State Junior Livestock Show, the very first show I ever came to, I showed beef here in high school. I started showing when I was in 10th grade, and it would have been, I think, my junior year, 11th grade. We made this tradition the first year that we'd eat at Trail Ends, or the Trails End Cafe. And we went across the street after we sold our livestock on the Saturday. My dad was a school teacher. We weren't wealthy by any means. I knew what the rules were at the dinner table. My brother Bronco, that he mentioned, that works for the city, he never understood the rules. And we went around the table and he ordered a root beer. And we don't do that in our family. You don't order a drink because that just costs more money. But he got away with it because we were at the livestock show, and the waiter came back and asked, what we wanted for dinner, and my brother ordered a filet mignon. I can't think of filet mignon without thinking about filet mignon, Trails End, Utah State Junior Livestock Show. What a fond memory for our family. And he's here tonight. Bronco, why don't you stand for just 1 second? He still doesn't know what it is. Filet mignon is what he believes it to be. We love him nonetheless. So dinner tonight is not filet mignon. We're actually having beef, prime rib dinner. Some people have asked me, how are you doing this so cost effective? We did not want people to have to pay a lot of money to get in the door. We wanted people to come and celebrate. And so keep that in mind. We're trying just to break even on the dinner. We have an auction where we're hoping to raise some money. We're starting what's called the Legacy Scholarship Club. And if you want to become a member, it's really simple. You donate $1,000. And there's lots of ways to do it. It doesn't have to be in one swoop tonight. You could spread that out over 10 years, but you would make the commitment to become part of that club, and you would donate over a 10-year time frame. If you have a grandpa who's no longer here, but was instrumental in getting us to today, you could set up a fund and make them a member of the club. You could pool resources of family. You ready?
Yeah, thank you. Just me, myself, I can say that this stock show pretty much made me who I am today. And the people that I learned, the friendships that I had, and Lisa or whoever did this, my hat's off to you. This is a great, just a great experience. So with no further ado, and I can just, Lisa, I'm going to let you know, if you have this in another 100 years, I'm not doing the auction. All right, here we go. On the first item, how many dollars on him, Nathan? What are you going to do there? Give $50 to start. Anybody give 50? On now, 60. 50, 60, 70 there now, $80, 90 there now, 100 there now, 100 there now, 110 and 225, fair and 2 1/4, on them 30, 30, 30, 30, 40, 40. You want to be 17, 16, 17. You want to do it or not? Say yes or no. Sold them 16. $100 on them, your way, and we have 10. 900 on him, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, we 11. 10, 11 on them, then 11, y'all done and die. Sold them 1,000. Whoop. No rules of the stock show. I've said that before. I got 1,100. Now 12. Now 13. He can be 1,400. 15. 15. I'm going to sell 1,300. You get it, Brian? $1,300 on it. 23. 22. Give 23. You're in, Bill. If you got that much money.
It's for a good cause.
Sold right there. 20.
Here, Bill's got a story.
Okay, this is being purchased by a bunch of us in commemoration for the Leland Livestock 4-H Club that was started in 1969. That's why we wanted this one. And anyway, we're going to take it, we're actually going to sell it at our Leland Livestock Show. And Bill's dad was one of the first ones that started Leland Livestock. Wayne Anderson, Rex Larson, Kevin Basgard. We've got lots of great people that were involved with that.
Thank you so much, guys, because that Leland Livestock Show, but I mean all of you, Palmyra, Benjamin, it's just huge every year. 900's with Brian. I need 10. 1000. Who'll give 10? Now 11. 11. No, then 11, then 11, then 11, with you 11, then 1000, then 11, then 11, with you 11, then 1000, give 11. 11, 12 on it, then 1200 on it, then 12 and 1300, then 1300, we get 13. 13's on it, then 1300, then 14 and 14 and 14 and 14. 15 on it, then 1500, then 1500, then 15. Who'll get 15 and 15? 16 and 17. Sold. Your way, Brian, 1700. Melanie Anderson family and Wayne, thank you so much. Big, big supporters. I'm with Gary Galt. You're all out if your name's not Gary Galt. 21, 2200, and I now 3 Gary. You got to be 23 and now 4. 4 on it, then 600 on them, then 26. I'm going to sell it. Gary, a lot of people done a lot of work. I don't know anybody done any more than you did. Thank you very much. Gary Galt family. Donated by IFA. Okay, who'll give 500 for the show box? How about 100? 200? Now 3 on and then 4 and 4 and 500 and 500 and 500 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 11. We get 12 up there and 1200 on and then 13. 13's on it, then 1300 on it, then 1300. We get 1400 on it, then 14. 14 on it, then 1400 on it, then 1300. We get 14, then 3500 on it, then 3600 on it, then 7, then 37. We get 8. 800 on it, then 80, then 9 and 4000 on it, then 4. 4 on it, then 4000 on it, then 4100 on it, then 41. 1000, give 11 on it, then 11. We get 11. 1000, then 11 on it, then 11 on it, then 1100 on it, then 10. We get 11. We get 12. 1200, 13 on it, then 1300 on it, then 1400.
Lisa just showed me the total, and I'm blown away. We just raised $62,500. Thank you.